audition sheet, see who's auditioning for what? Oh, drop it in mine.
I think I remember.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Lily, you put your name down for.
Yeah. I did. But the thing, I didn't know we were singing.
She's worried about the singing now.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's song speak, it's not, I just explained this to Mia, it's not singing.
You don't need to have. You don't need to have a trained singing voice to
No,
be able to do that.
it's characterised, it's not, it's literally not, you're not standing there and singing. Well, you are, but you're not, if you know what I mean. You're like, it's like a narrator song.
You have lots of support.
Yeah, and literally you'll be taught how to do it, so don't worry about it.
Okay, so Lily, if you could read in now for the mother.
Okay.
We're going with the mother rather than Mrs. Johnston.
Yeah, she is Mrs. Johnson, but she's called mother in there.
Okay, who else are we switching around? So,
Eddie and Mickey. Jack, you put down for Mickey.
We haven't even
right?
spoken yet.
Do you want to read Mickey?
I can't, they haven't spoken. I don't mind.
yeah, they haven't said it yet.
We haven't spoken yet.
What, sorry?
They haven't actually spoke.
We haven't actually spoken yet.
I'm sorry.
We haven't spoken
Oh
yet.
yeah, sorry.
No worries, Lisa. Mickey, do we want to do?
Next time.
Do you want to do?
I'm so sorry.
We'll take the hints. It's alright. It's alright. We'll get it through the musical. Can't do it. You don't need lines. Exactly. We're too good. We don't need lines. You give it a.
Okay, we haven't heard from Sophia yet, Linda. We haven't heard. Oh, just out of interest, is anyone else interested in Mrs. Lyons, who Harley's been reading in for?
Who else put their name down?
Yeah, so Alyssa, could you read in for that now? And Harley, if you just read in for Kid 1. No, sorry, that's a lie. Kid 2. Switch around there. Okay, so Act 2 is 7 years later. So just to explain that potentially, kind of depending on how things look within the auditions, we could have different Mickeys at different stages of their lives, which I'm not massively up for, if I'm completely honest with you, but I'm quite open to the idea. Or we just have Mickey as double casted, or just one Mickey. It all just really does depend on how the auditions play out. But just so you know that Act 2 is 7 years later, and that potentially could happen. Okay, narrator, let's start with Kieran.
There's no clutching at all. There's no use clutching at your rosary. The devil's in the backyard. He can see through the gaps in the curtains. He sees it all. There's no hiding in the hall. When he raps at the knocker, then he knows you're in. No, you won't. You'll never get away from him. No, you won't. You'll never get away from him.
The narrator repeats the last line at the mother building in volume until he is stopped by a loud knocking at the door. The mother's screaming. She stares horrified at the incessant knocking continues, and then we hear a child's voice off.
Ma'am, we open the bleeding door or what?
Mickey.
Mum?
She grabs him and hugs him to her.
What's up, ma'am? You think I was the red man?
The mother laughs, looking at him.
Ma'am, how Sammy's robbed me of the gun. That was the best one. Why does he always rob other things off me?
Because you're the youngest, Mickey. It used to happen to Sammy when he was the youngest.
What? We're playing mounted police and Indians. I'm a Mountie man. Ma'am, you know this morning we've wiped out 3,000 Indians.
Good.
Aims the gun at her and fires.
You're dead, ma'am. Ma'am, what's wrong, ma'am?
Nothing, son. Go on. You go out and play. That's a good lad. But hey, don't you go playing down the rough end of those hooligans.
I'm not. We're playing up the other road. Near the big house in the park. Over there.
Mickey, come here.
What?
Where? Where have you been playing?
Ma'am. Ma'am, I'm sorry I forgot.
What have I told you about playing up near there?
It wasn't my fault. Honest.
So whose fault was it?
It was the Indians. They were up that way trying to escape.
Don't you ever go up there. Do you hear me?
Yeah, you let our Sammy go up there.
Our Sammy's older than you.
But why?
Just shut up. Never mind why. You just don't go near them.
You used to work up there, didn't you, ma'am?
Yeah.
When?
Before you were born. Now go on, get out. and play. But you stay outside the front door where I can see you.
But ma'am, that...
Go on.
Mother exits as Mickey makes his way outside. He is fed up, desultory. He shoots a few imaginary Indians, but somehow the magic has gone out of genocide. He sits bored and restless.
I wish I was our Sammy. Our Sammy's nearly 10. He's got 2 worms and a catapult. He's built an underground den, but I'm not allowed to go in there. I have to stay near the gate. My mum says I'm only 7, but I'm not. I'm nearly 8. I wish I was our Sammy. You want to see him spit straight in your eye from 20 yards. And every time a hit, he's allowed to play with matches and he goes to bed dead late. But I have to go at 7, even though I'm nearly 8. I wish I was our Sammy. He draws ruddy women without arms or legs or even heads in the cubicle when he goes swimming. But I'm not allowed to go to the baths. Me mum says I have to wait because I might get drowned because I'm only 7. But I'm not. I'm nearly 8. I wish I was our Sammy. He robbed me toy car, you know. Now the wheels are missing and the top's broke off. And the bleeding thing won't go. And he said when he took it was just like that. But it wasn't, it was dead straight. You can't say nothing when you think you're 7. And you're not, you're nearly 8. I wish I was our Sammy. You know what he does? He weaves straight through the letterbox of the house next door to us. I tried to do it one night, but I had to stand on a crate. Because I couldn't reach the letterbox, but I will be by the time I'm 8.
He sits bored and petulant, shoots an imaginary Sammy.
Back to scene 2.
Edward, a boy the same age, appears. He is at once bright and forthcoming.
Hello.
Hello?
I've seen you before.
Where?
You were playing with some boys near my house.
Do you live up near the park?
Yes. Are you going to come play there again?
No. I would, but I'm not allowed.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, I'm not allowed to play down here, actually.
Give us a sweet.
All right.
What?
Here.
Can I have another one for our Sammy?
Yes, of course. Take as many as you want.
Are you soft?
I don't think so.
Round here, if you ask someone for a sweet, you might have to ask about 24 million times, you know. And you know what?
What?
They still don't bleeding give you one. Sometimes our Sammy does, but you have to be dead careful if a Sammy gives you a sweet.
Why?
If Sammy gives you a sweet, he usually weed on it first.
Oh, that sounds like super fun.
It is. If it asks Sammy
Want to come play?
I might do, but I'm not playing now though because I'm pissed off.
Pissed off? You say smashing things, don't you? Pissed off? Do you know any more words like that?
Yeah, I know loads of words like that. You know, like the F word.
Pardon?
You know, the F word.
What does it mean?
I don't know. It sounds good though, doesn't it?
Fantastic! When I get home, I shall look it up in the dictionary.
In the what?
In the dictionary. Don't you know what a dictionary is?
Of course I do. It's a thingy, isn't it?
A book which tells you the meaning of words.
Yeah, I know.
Will you be my best friend?
Yeah, if you want.
And I shall be your best friend. What's your name?
Michael Johnston. But everyone calls me Mickey. What's yours?
Edward.
And they call you Eddie.
No.
Well, I will.
Will you?
Yeah, how old are you, Eddie?
7.
I'm older than you. I'm nearly 8.
Well, I'm nearly 8, really.
When's your birthday?
December the 12th.
So is mine.
Is it really?
Hey, we were born on the same day. That means we could be blood brothers. Do you want to be my blood brother, Eddie?
What do I have to do?
It hurts, you know.
So Mickey, taking out his penknife, cuts his hand.
Now give us your hand.
Does the same to Eddie and then clamps the hands together.
See this? This means that we're blood brothers. And that we always have to stand by each other. Now, you have to say after me, I will always defend my brother.
I will always defend my brother.
Mother?
Mickey?
Is that your mummy?
The mother appearing?
Ma'am, this is my brother.
What?
My blood brother, Eddie.
Eddie who?
Edward Lyons, Mrs. Johnston.
The mother stares at him.
Eddie's my best friend now, ma'am. He lives up by the park, but...
Mickey, get in the house.
What?
Get in.
But I've only got...
Get.
I haven't done anything. I'll see you, Eddie. Have I done something, Mrs. Johnston?
Does your mother know you're down here? What would she say if she knew?
I think she'd be angry.
So don't you think you'd better go home before she finds out?
I suppose so.
Come on then.
Would it be alright if I came to play with Mickey on another day? Or perhaps he could come and play at my house?
Don't you ever come around here again, ever.
But
Ever. Now go on. Beat it. Go on, go home before the spooky man comes and gets you.
That's the bogey man. Alright?
the bogeyman.
She watches as he leaves and stands staring after him. Act 2, Scene 3. Whoa. She watches as the scene forms in which we see Eddie at home leafing through a dictionary, Mrs. Lyons entering and kissing him on the head, Eddie turning and smiling at her.
Mummy? Mum, how do you spell bogeyman?
Wherever did you hear such a word?
I'm trying to look it up. What is a bogeyman?
Edward, there's no such thing. It's just an idea of something bad. It's a superstition. The sort of thing a silly mother would say to her children. The bogeyman will get you.
Will he get me?
Edward, I've told you, there's no such thing.
Loud knocking at the door.
Does Eddie live here?
Pardon?
Does he? Is he coming out to play? Gee, I don't say anything, mate.
Eddie, looking up delighted.
Hey, Mickey! Hi, Eddie. Look, I've got Sammy's catapult. You coming out? Oh. Isn't Mickey fantastic, Mum?
Do you go to the same school as Edward?
No. Mickey says smashing things. We are blood brothers, aren't we, Mickey?
Yeah, we're born on the same day.
Come on, Mickey. Let's go.
Edward, it's time for bed.
Mummy, it's not.
I'm very sorry, but it's Edward's bedtime.
Mummy, it's early. Mummy.
Edward, where did you meet this boy?
At his house.
His second name? His second name is Johnston, isn't it, Edward?
Yes, and I think you are very mean.
I've told you to never go where that boy lives.
But why?
Because you're not the same as him. You're not. Do you understand?
No, I don't understand. And I hate you.
Instinctively, she whacks him across the head, but is immediately appalled.
Mother. Alyssa.
Right.
Edward, you must understand. It's for your own good. It's only because I love you, Edward.
You don't. If you love me, you let me go out with Mickey because he's my best friend. I like him more than you.
Edward, don't say that.
Well, it's true. I know what you are.
What?
You are a fuck off.
Mrs. Lyons lunges across the room, grabs him by the wrist and shakes the terrified child, screaming at him.
You see why I don't want you to make boys like that? Filth. You learn filth and behave like this. Like a horrible little boy. Like them. You're behaving like them and I won't have it. Do you understand?
She's slightly out of control, shaking him. He stares in terror.
You're my son, mine. You won't behave like them, like him. You won't.
She suddenly sees the fear in his face, almost crying. She gently pulls him to her and cradles him.
Oh, my son.
You see Mickey and Linda, a girl the same age, appear. They stand craning until they spot Eddie. Loud conspiratorial whisper.
Eddie! Eddie!
Eddie looking up.
You coming out?
Equally loud whisper.
My mum says I haven't got to play with you. Well, my mum says I haven't got to play with you. Don't take any notice of mothers. They're soft. Are you coming? I've got Linda with me. She's a girl, but
She's alright. Come on, bang under the fence, she won't see you.
Eddie looks from his mother to the two kids, eventually decides to risk it, creeps away. As he joins the others, Mrs. Lyons exits.
Hiya.
Hiya. Mickey. Hello, Linda.
Hiya, Eddie. Look, we've got Sammy's air gun. Do you want to have a go?
Yes, please.
Come on, Eddie. You can come and have a shot at our target in the park.
Which target?
Peter Pan.
We owe sure that, don't we, Linda?
Yeah, you know what, Eddie? The last time you was there, you nearly got shot off this little thingy.
What? What's a thingy?
You know, come here, I'll whisper it to you.
She does so, and the three of them break up giggles.
Basically, she's talking about his willy.
His penis. It's not my fault, it was an injury. Come on, gang, let's go.
But, Mickey,
Oh.
I mean, are we allowed to do that?
What?
Suppose we get caught by policemen.
Take no notice. We've been caught loads of times by the police, haven't we, Linda?
Oh my god, yeah, hundreds of times, more than that.
We say dead funny things to them, don't we, Linda?
What funny things?
Awful, Mickey, oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like when they ask us what's your name is well, we say Linda, don't we? We say things like Adolf Hitler.
And tell him the other one, Mickey, the one that was like,
Yeah, listen. You know when a policeman says, "What do you think you're doing?" Because they always say that. We say, don't we, Linda? We say, waiting for the 92 bus.
Do you? Do you really?
yeah, we never frightened, are we, Mickey?
Goodness, that's fantastic.
As the kids run off, the mother enters as Ghost. She sets the table, raises the shoes above her head, and polishes the table.
I want you to come home, Richard. For God's sake, leave the office, because I don't know where Edward is. He's out playing where? There's nothing wrong with my nerves. It's this place. I hate it. I want to move. It doesn't have to be far away. It's these people Edward has been mixing with. You don't see it, Richard. You don't see how he's drawn to them. I don't need to see the doctor. I'm fine. I'm fine. I just want to move away from this neighborhood. Well, I'm frightened. I'm frightened for Edward. Please. Please.
He has hung up. She replaces the receiver. As she does so, the mother looks up and slowly places the shoes on the table. Mrs. Lyons screams and runs off.
Linda?
Children run on with the air pistol. Mickey takes aim and fires.
Miss. Miss. Miss.
We're not playing with a gun no more.
Don't worry.
It gets broke if you use it too much.
What are we going to do now, Mickey?
Go on, tell us. Tell us.
I'll tell you.
What?
We're gonna throw some stones through the windows there.
I'm going for my tea now.
Scared?
I'm not. We're having chips. I'm going.
You're not scared, are you, Eddie?
No.
Here's a stone. You got to throw it through that window right there. After 3. 1, 2, 3.
Me, mother, quarter flare.
Your mother caught a flea.
Oh. Me and mother caught a flea. She put it in the teapot to make a pot of tea. And what do you think you're doing?
Adolf Hitler!
What's your name, son?
Waiting for the 92 bus?
He's not with me.
The mother enters.
And he was about to commit a serious crime, love a serious crime. Now do you understand that? You don't want to end up in court again, do you? Because that's what's going to happen if I have any more trouble from one of yours. I warned you last time. I didn't. Didn't I, Miss Johnson, over your Sammy, didn't I? Well, there will be no more warnings from now. You keep them in order, or it will be the courts with you, or worse, won't it? Yes, it will. As I say, it was more of a prank, really, Miss Lyons. I just took his pocket money, and if I was you, but one more thing I would say, an excuse if I'm offering, but I do not let him mix with the likes of them in future. Make sure he keeps with his own kind, Miss Lyons, not running out of with them at the other end. Well, thank you for the drink. All the best. Now, tata tawa.
Edward, how would you like to move to another house?
Why, Mummy?
Well, various reasons really, but well, Mummy's not too well and we thought we'd move a bit further out, towards the country somewhere. Do you think you'd like that?
I want to stay here.
Okay, so we're going to go into Act 2, Scene 8, but just out of curiosity, does anyone else want to read in for Eddie? Yep, Ronnie, okay, let's keep going. The mother enters and stands as if in the office to the audience.
You see, I feel if I could live. Sorry. You see, and I feel that if I could leave here and you know, sort of start again in a new house, in a new place where I wasn't known, where the kids weren't known, we could all start again with a clean sheet. Do you know what I mean? You know, if we could just like find a place to start again. See, we've tried here. We've tried to like turn over a new page, but like the
Blotches.
blotches keep showing up. But if we could move, we could put me on the waiting list, please. Thank you. Well, even if it takes a few years, I mean, as long as I know there was a chance, well, just something to hold on to, wouldn't it?
Hello, Mrs. Johnson. How are you? I'm sorry, is there something wrong?
No, I just don't usually have kids inquiring about my health. I'm alright. And how are you, Master Lyons?
Very well, thank you, Mrs. Johnson.
She looks at him for a moment.
Yeah, you look very well. Does your mother look after you?
Of course.
Listen, I told you not to come round here to our house again.
I'm sorry, but I just wanted to see Mickey.
No, it's best if...
I won't be coming here again, ever. We're moving away, to the country.
Up to you.
But I'd much rather live here.
Would you? When are you going?
Tomorrow.
So we won't see you again, eh? Well, what's up?
I don't want to go. I want to stay here, where my friends are, where Mickey is.
Come on. Now listen, don't be silly. You probably love it in your new house. You'll meet lots of new friends, and in no time you'll forget if Mickey ever existed.
I won't. I'll never forget.
Listen, Eddie. Here's you wanting to stay, and here's me. I've been trying to get out of this place out for years. We're right there, aren't we?
Why don't you, Mrs. Johnson? Why don't you buy a new house near us?
Just like that?
Yes.
Mickey's round the back. Go on, you can go and see him. And don't blame me if your mother finds out.
Thank you, Mrs. Johnson.
What are you looking at?
I thought you didn't like me. I thought you weren't very nice, but I think you're smashing.
God help the girls when they start dancing.
Pardon?
Nothing. Go on. Beat it. Go and see how Mickey before I change my mind.
Goodbye, Mrs. Johnson. Goodbye.
Act 2, Scene 9. Birdsong. The mother watches them for a moment before she exits.
Well, Edward, Do you like it here?
It's very nice.
Look, Edward. Look at those cows and those trees. Oh, Edward, you're going to like it so much out here, aren't you?
Yes. Are you feeling better now, Mummy?
Much better, darling. Oh, look, Edward, look. Look at those birds. Look at that lovely black and white one.
Don't, Mummy. Don't. Don't look.
Edward.
It's a magpie. Never look at one magpie. It's one for sorrow.
Edward, that's just a silly superstition.
It's not. It's not. Mickey told me.
Edward, I think we can forget that silly thing that Mickey says.
I'm going inside. I want to read.
Edward, children take time to adapt to new surroundings. But you soon won't remember that you once lived somewhere else. In a few weeks you'll forget him. Mickey.
What's that, Mummy?
What?
There, look. Below the hill.
What? Oh, those houses. That's the beginning of a council estate. But we've arranged with the gardener. We're going to plant a row of poplars down at the end of the
Poplars.
It's like a tree.
They're a tree.
Oh, okay. At the end of the paddock there. Once they're in, we won't even be able to see that estate. Oh, I love it out here. I feel secure here. I feel safe and warm. Once the trees are planted, you won't even see that estate.
She beams a smile at him as they turn and head for the house. Act 2, Scene 10. As they exit, we see Mickey and the mother enter, each carrying a suitcase. The mother is vigorously taking in the fresh air and leading the way as Mickey struggles with the case behind her. He is now 12.
Do you want to swap Mickey's?
Yeah. So we also Mickey, Mickey, stopping and pointing.
Is that our new house, ma'am?
Where?
There, look. You can just see it behind that row of trees.
Mickey, give over, will you? The corporation don't build houses like that. That's a private house, son. No, look down the hill. That's where ours is. Look. Oh, son, isn't it nice out there? Eh?
It's like the country, innit, ma'am?
We'll be alright here, son. Away from the muck and the dirt. And the bloody trouble. You can breathe out here, Mickey. Hey, I could dance, couldn't you?
What?
Come on.
Mother, put me down, will you?
Breaks away, leaving his brother to dance alone, looking around and checking that nobody saw him, then watching his mother as she dances, slowly a huge smile breaking across his face.
And what are you laughing at? I used to be a good dancer, you know? A very good dancer, in fact.
I'm not laughing, I'm smiling. I haven't seen you acting like this for ages.
Well, I'm happy now. You never know, Mickey. Play your cards right, you might have key from the shipping.
Oh, can we, ma'am? Can we?
Come on. Oh, Jesus, where's the others? Where's our Sammy and the others?
They went to that field, ma'am.
Which field?
That field.
Sammy, get out of that. I'm sorry. Sammy, get off the crow. Ow! I'm sorry, we didn't kill you. Oh jeez, what's our Donna Marie put her sodding foot in? Sammy, get a hold of her. Wipe it off. Oh, come on. Mickey, come on.
Act 2, Scene 11. Mrs. Lyons enters. She is terrified.
Is there anybody else put down for narrator? Just
Cole,
the three of you?
Ethan, and Kieran. Yeah. I don't think it was anyone else actually.
I don't mind.
Yeah, okay.
What Cole? It's good.
Yeah, let's hear from Cole. Okay.
Yes, Cole.
We've heard a little bit from you. Okay, Cole.
There's no. Sorry.
Okay. Good stuff.
There's no use clutching at your rosary. The devil's in the garden, and he can see. Deep inside, he can touch your bones. No, he won't. No, he's never going to let you alone. You can run, you can hide, but he'll always find you. Wherever you are, he's just behind you. When he rings up the chimes, then he knows you're in. No, you won't. You'll know you'll never get away from him. No, you won't. No, you'll never get away from him.
The scream of Mrs. Lyons. Great scream. Eddie enters as narrator exits.
Mummy, what's wrong?
She's following.
Who, Mummy?
Wherever I go, she will follow. Follow.
Shall I tell Daddy to telephone for the doctor?
No, I don't need to see the doctor. Edward, you'll have to go away to school.
But I'm perfectly happy here.
Edward, I love you terribly, you know.
Sorry, and they exit together. Factory scene 1. 2 years later, so that would make Mickey 14.
Oh hey Mickey, I got a mud all over my shoes. You won't say when to cross the stairs.
Stop moaning, Linda. You were the one who wanted to come up here with me.
I didn't. You said forget school and come with you.
Look, you can see the estate from here.
What? You mean to come all the way up here? Look at this stage.
Yeah, and I thought,
Do you want me to come and sit? You want to come and sit with me?
what? Yeah, if you want.
He goes and sits by her.
Do you,
What?
do you, what do you want to do?
I don't know. What would you suggest, Mickey?
What?
What would you like to do, Mickey?
Or maybe we should have bought Sammy's air gun.
What the hell do you want to do with an air gun
I
for?
thought you liked firing the air gun.
Mickey, I'm 14 now, so are you. Don't you think we're better off for air guns and catapults?
Yeah, I suppose we are.
I mean, can you think of anything else you could do?
Of course I can.
What, Mickey, what?
We could go robbing apples.
Oh,
There's an orchard in that big house. Do you want me to go and rob some?
no, I don't. And anyway, you can get caught. I saw someone in the gardens.
Bless you. Bless you.
That lad, I see him sometimes when I'm up here.
He's very good looking.
What?
You could tell, even from far away, that he's very good looking.
Alright, you told me once.
I'm very sorry, I'm going back to school.
I thought you were staying with me.
I was, but I didn't know you would still be waiting to go to robbing apples and play with air guns.
I don't.
Well, what do you want to do?
Well, what do you want to do, Linda?
I'm going.
She does. Mickey watches her going. When she is far enough not to hear, he shouts.
I'll tell you what I want to do, Linda. I want to kiss you and put my arms around you and kiss you. But I just don't know how to tell you. Because I've got pimples, my feet are too big and my bum sticks out. And...
He stands watching her, wistful and absorbed. He doesn't see Eddie appear behind him.
Hello.
Hello, Eddie.
How did you know?
Don't you recognise me?
I have seen you up here before, but
A blood brother should always recognise his brother, defend his brother, support.
Mickey?
Yeah.
My God, do you?
Yeah, I live down there.
I live just.
I know.
Well, sorry now. What's wrong?
You. Sounds dead funny swearing in a posh voice.
What posh voice?
That one.
That girl I saw you with. Was that?
Linda, yeah.
Is she your girlfriend?
Yeah, we've been going out for ages now.
Really? And do you
What?
kiss and that?
All the time. See, me and Linda, we're in love.
Are you?
Yeah. Have you got a girlfriend?
Me? Ah, yes, of course.
Have you? And do you know?
Ah, yes, all the time. Would you like to see a picture?
What?
Eddie producing the wallet and taking out a picture. He gives Mickey a cursory glance at it. Can we have Jay reading in for Eddie?
Where are we?
Middle of the picture.
Where are we? How old am I? 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. She said.
Come here.
Mickey's
yeah.
line.
Come here, yeah.
Come here.
They're
let's have a
very
proper look.
hormonal at this time.
Boners.
Mm.
Sorry.
That was meant to come out.
What?
Yes.
Oh wait, let's repeat it. You went what?
I didn't know what you said.
It's probably best you didn't.
Oh, so like you, yeah.
Okay, you later. Alright, Mickey, come here.
Come here, let's have a proper look. Hey.
Yes. Her name is Yvette. Her name is Yvette. Yvette? It's a bloody good.
Yvette, I like that.
Yvette. My kid.
Where is she from, Yvette? Okay, yeah, it's Yvette, isn't it?
Yvette.
Yvette, yes. Yvette.
Looking from the picture to Eddie.
Haven't I seen her on the telly?
No. She does look like somebody on the television.
Oh. That didn't look like a real photo, Eddie.
Pardon?
It looked like a picture you just cut out of a magazine.
Well, it is. From a magazine. It isn't really my girlfriend. I haven't got a girlfriend.
Neither have I.
But, Linda, you said...
I know, but she's not. See, I mean, I know she would be. She would go out with me, I know, but it's just...
What?
It's just dead difficult.
Talking to girls? Yes, I know. But you must... Mickey, you must.
I know that. Every time I see her, I promise myself I'll ask her out, but the words just disappear.
But you mustn't let them.
What do I say though?
Look, I'll tell you what to say. Next time you see Linda, you stare straight into her eyes, bold and unflinching, and in steady, firm voice you say, Linda, my loins are burning for you. Let me lay my weary head upon your warm breast. Linda, I love you. I want you. The very centre of my being calls out for you. And then, Mickey, her eyes will be heavy lidded, and half closed, and her voice will be musky and desperate, and she says, as she moans, oh Mickey,
What?
take me,
Go on, Sophia. The laughter eventually subsides. Mickey stares straight ahead, thinking.
It would work, you know.
You're the case you are, Eddie. Do you know something? I'm really glad I met you again.
Eddie looks up and down.
Here. Holds out his brother. No, okay.
Holds out his blood brother hand.
Do you remember?
Mickey clasps his hand. From off we hear Mrs. Lyons calling, Edward, Edward.
Is that your old girl?
Yes.
I'd better be off.
Why?
She used to hate me.
I don't think she meant you any harm, Mickey. The thing is, she's ill. She was probably ill even then.
What's wrong with her?
It's a sort of paranoia.
What?
Mental illness. Edward.
Edward, Edward, are you still here?
Yeah, well I'd better... Listen, Eddie. We hang out by the chippy most nights. Why don't you come down sometime?
Okay. Perhaps when I'm next home from school. It's only Mickey. Mum, you remember Mickey, don't you?
Yes. He's following me, isn't he?
Mum, he's just...
And so is she. She just put a curse upon me, you know? Edward, she's waiting to kill you.
Jesus Christ.
I'm laughing at Mickey's alarm.
It's all right. This is normal.
I'll see you, Eddie.
As she exits, Eddie takes her mother and leads her back inside.
She's trying to make me tell you, Edward, but I won't. I won't kill you, Edward.
Good.
Not funny, really.
No, it's not. It's so sad. Yeah. It's a really, there's lots of undertones there.
Yeah.
Mickey watches them go. Is anyone else interested in reading in for Mrs. Lyons? Oh, I think we've had it away from her.
Lions.
Lions.
Linda.
Please come yonder.
Anybody else? Linda.
Ponder towards the
Any
corner
more
of the
Eddies?
house.
Linda.
Narrators. There's a
Linda.
massive great narrator bit here.
Linda.
Yeah, now what you give a hold. Corey?
Nobody
you
wants to be
read
my
out,
mummy.
Corey?
I'll do narrator.
Yeah?
You're already reading my mother.
Okay, so this is 3 years later, which makes them. Thank you. 17. So yeah, you're all about that.
Linda.
Hey.
Linda. Right, Mom.
Alright, Mum. That's me, because Mickey's still speaking. Alright, Mum. Alright, Mum.
What do you think Linda's saying here? It says off calling bright. 3 years later. It's really strange. It's very
Doesn't actually say that she's what she's calling.
say anything.
Don't know. Hey.
Okay, so 17 years old, Mickey. Let's have Josh back in for that.
Linda. Eddie. Eddie.
There's a jingle in your pocket, and you've got good friends, and it seems like the summer's never gonna end. When you're sweet 16 and you haven't got a care apart from deciding on the clothes you're gonna wear, you stand outside for hours just talking through the night until Mrs. Wong's witches off a chippy life. The movies are all magic and the radio singing dreams. The days go on forever for the sweet 17s. The devil's hardly visible, he took a holiday. The bogeyman, it seems, packed his bags and moved away. The streets are technicoloured like a movie scene. The days are free and endless when you're nearly 18. Yes, the days are free and endless when you're nearly 18.
Guys, throughout the above, we see Mickey, Eddie, and Linda. And what should be snapshot images?
Sorry,
Three of them at the
carried away.
picture. Three of them,
Ideas.
arms around each other, smiling for a camera. The three of them eating chips. The three of them in a car. Eddie and Linda looking looning. Mickey watching and laughing. Mickey and Linda looning around, Eddie watching. Mickey and Eddie camping it up, Linda laughing. As the narrator closes, we see Eddie dancing with Linda. Not even gonna try.
Ostentatiously.
Waltzing her, Mickey exits.
Eddie, get off. For God's sake, you're making a show of me. Eddie.
For you, sweet Linda, I would suffer 1,000 things more than embarrassment.
And he makes a great show of sinking to one knee. Anxious not to be seen with this loony.
Eddie, get up. You're a nutter.
It's been terrific summer. It's been a terrific summer, hasn't it?
It's been great.
I love it when we're together. You know, the three of us.
So do I.
But we can't be any longer.
Why?
I go away to university tomorrow.
Tomorrow? You didn't tell us.
I know. I think I've been pretending that if I didn't mention it, the day wouldn't come around. Can I write to you?
If you want.
Would Mickey mind?
Mickey, why should he?
Because you're his girlfriend.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not. He hasn't asked me.
You mean he still hasn't?
No.
But it's ridiculous.
I know. I hope for his sake he never has asked me to marry him. It'd take him about 20 years to get him around it.
He's mad. If I was Mickey, I'd have asked you ages ago.
I know you would.
If I was Mickey, I'd have said to you, you are my girlfriend because I love you. And every moment I am away from you, you are in my thoughts. And even if we are together, no, fucking hell. Even if I were never to see you again, there would not be a day in which I did not think of you.
He just smiles at him.
Linda. Eddie.
You're off stage, you don't actually see
Oh,
that.
there.
You're just calling them.
Mickey enters.
Alright.
Hiya, Mickey.
Where have you been, Mick? We've been waiting for you.
I had to do bleeding overtime. Hate that place.
Mickey, I'm going away tomorrow.
What?
To university.
What? You didn't say?
I know. Now the thing is, I won't be back until Christmas. 3 months. Now, you don't want me to continue in suspense for another 3 months, do you?
What?
What are you on about?
Will you talk to Linda, Mickey? I'd like to know the outcome.
What?
Eddie.
Go on. Go on.
Mickey, sorry, Mickey turns and goes to Linda.
Linda.
What, Mickey?
Well, the thing is this the centre of my being cries out for my knees, my loins are. Linda, for Christ's sakes, will you go out with me?
Yeah.
Good. Well, I suppose I better. Come here.
He grabs her quickly, embraces and kisses her. Linda fighting for air.
I'm getting up. Stop blocking. But when you do it, there's no stopping you.
I know. Give us another kiss.
Again, we see Eddie apart from it, at first watching, but then turning away. He begins to wander away.
Eddie, where are you going? I thought we were going to the club. There's a dance.
No, I've got to. I've got to pack for tomorrow.
Are you sure? See you at Christmas then. Hey Eddie, listen, I do a load of overtime, but between now and Christmas, the Christmas party will be on me, eh?
Right. It's a deal. See you.
Pushes quickly across and kisses him lightly on the face.
Thanks, Eddie.
Yeah. Thanks, Eddie.
They go their separate ways.
See you later.
Act 4, Scene 2.
Another narrator?
Ethan.
It was one day in October when the sun began to rain. It seems the devil hadn't left, he'd only found a different name. They were calling him Inflation, and Recession was his son. And they all bowed down before them as their work was done. Yes, they all bowed before them as their deeds were done.
From the rest of the company, a few bars of Ding Dong Merrily on High, as Eddie enters in duffel coats and college scarf, unseen by Mickey. Eddie creeps up behind him and puts his hands over Mickey's eyes. Carol stops.
Guess who?
Father Christmas.
Leaping in front of Mickey.
Mickey? Laughing. Merry Christmas.
Looking at him, unamused, and then looking away.
Come on then. I'm back. Where's the action, the booze, the Christmas parties, the music, and the birds?
Still no reaction from Mickey.
What's wrong, Mickey?
Nothing out. How's university?
Fantastic. I haven't been to so many parties in my life. Oh, there's just so many tremendous people there. Mickey, but you'll meet them. Some of them. Baz, Ronnie, and Claire, and oh, lots of them. They're coming over to stay for the new year. For the party. Oh, it's great, Mickey.
Good.
Come on. What's wrong with you? It's nearly Christmas. We were going to do everything. How's Linda?
Okay.
Trying once more to rally him.
Well, come on. Let's go. Then. Come on.
Come on, where?
Mickey, what's wrong?
So looking up at him.
You're a dickhead.
Slightly unsure about that.
There are no parties arranged. There's no booze or music. And Christmas. I've had enough of Christmas, and it isn't even here yet. See, there's very little to celebrate, Eddie. Since you left, I've been walking around all day, every day, looking for a job.
What about the job you had?
It disappeared. You know something? I was dead glad at first, because I bleeding hated it. Standing there all day doing nothing apart from putting cardboard boxes together. I used to get terrified that I'd have to do it for the rest of my life. So when they gave me the knockback, I was glad. But after 3 months of nothing, the same answer, nothing down for you, I'd call back the job for half the money and double the hours, just making boxes it was. But after being fucked off from everywhere, it seems like it was paradise.
Why is a job so important? If I couldn't get a job, I'd just say sod it and draw the dough, live like a bohemian, tilt my hat to the world and say screw you. So you're not working. Why is it so important?
You don't understand anything, do you? I can't tilt my hat at the world, Eddie. I haven't got a hat. And even if I did, I look soft in it.
Look, come on. I've got money. Lots of it. I'm back. Let's forget about bloody jobs. Let's go and get Linda and celebrate. Look, money. Lots of it. Have some.
He tries to butter it into his hand.
No, I don't want your money, stop it.
Mickey watches as Eddie turns and picks up the notes. Eddie's standing and looking at him.
Eddie, do me a favour, will you? Piss off.
I thought we always stuck together. I thought we were blood brothers.
That was kid stuff, Eddie. Didn't anyone tell you? But I suppose you're still a kid, aren't you?
I'm exactly the same age as you.
Yeah, but you're still a kid. I wish I could still be that way as well, Eddie, and believe in all that blood brother stuff, but I can't. Because while no one was looking, I grew up and you didn't. Because you didn't need to. I don't blame you for it, Eddie. If I was in your shoes, I'd be the same. But I'm in these shoes. Looking at you, it makes me sick, right? That was just kid stuff, Eddie. I don't want to be reminded of it, right? Just take yourself away. Go and see your friends and celebrate with them. Go on, before I beat you.
Eddie looks and then slowly backs away. Okay, so we try a different Linda here at 4 scene 3. So
Who else put down for Linda?
it was just Sophia and Alyssa, wasn't it? So let's have you reading them for Linda again. And then could we have Jack as Eddie?
Yeah.
Did you put down for Eddie? You did, didn't you?
No.
Oh, sorry, no, you didn't.
That's what I
Okay.
don't.
Do you want to try for Eddie?
I can if you want.
Yeah?
Thanks. Okay, Linda. Sorry, no. Okay, Eddie.
Linda. Hello, Linda.
Hello, Eddie.
I've been home 3 weeks.
Oh,
Why haven't you called me to see?
I heard you had friends. I didn't want to butt in.
Linda, you'd never be butting in. I wouldn't care if I never saw those friends again if I could be with you.
Eddie.
What? If I'm never going to see you again, I might as well tell you. You must have known anyway. I've always loved you. I'm sorry.
It's alright. Thanks for saying it. I'll remember. I suppose I always felt the same. I always loved you as much as Mickey.
Then marry me. I mean it. And don't say I'm a kid, because I'm not.
I thought Mickey had told you. We're getting married weeks before you came home. Having a baby.
Why didn't you let me know?
We tried. We went up to your house to get the address of your university. We wanted to invite you, but your mother just screamed at us. Something about Mickey following her. See you, Eddie. You better get a move on. Your party will start. Happy New Year, Eddie.
Linda. If Mickey takes this to my father's factory on Monday, he'll be fixed up with a job. He didn't know it was anything to do with me.
Oh, Act 5, Scene 1. Some years later, Mr. Lyons' factory. We see Mickey enter and take his place on a production line. I'm guessing, it says a few years, some years later, so 25.
Yeah, they've come from 17, haven't they?
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's go with 25.
Right.
Still very young, isn't it? 25.
Yeah.
I would say so, yeah.
Sorry, I'm just speaking out my internal thoughts.
I should hope 25 is still young.
It is very young, isn't it? But we have to think about the context of the piece. You know, like at this point they've had children, I believe.
And it's interesting that suddenly it switches to Linda being the narrator here.
It's just an interesting observation of women in society and that changing with the times, I think.
Yeah.
So this was, where was it set actually? Was it Victoria?
Well, it starts
80s.
in the 60s.
Yeah, it's the 80s.
Starts early 60s. Yeah.
Okay, so within that time frame, a lot has changed.
Yes.
Okay, so some years later, Mr. Lyons' factory.
So Mickey, ironically, is now working in Mr. Lyons' factory.
Yeah, sure. So
there's a lot of irony there, isn't there? With him?
Yeah.
And he got the job because of Edward.
Yeah.
But, he's unaware of that, obviously.
So we see Mickey entering and taking his place on a production line. Linda is narrator.
So now you're crossing in, you're standing on the line, doing 2 split shifts and all the overtime. So they get that you never know the night from the day, but you're grateful you're working, earning your pay. You do it for the kids, giving them a better life. Though you hardly ever see them, it's the same with the way. She wants to go out dancing, you've forgotten how. Dancing just like youngsters, you're an old man now. 3 cheers for the workhouse donkey who's old before his time. He's only what you've given, he's only on the line.
Is it Mickey?
Hello.
Hello, Mickey.
Hello.
I didn't recognise you for a moment. You look a lot older.
Yeah, I suppose so. You work here?
Yes, when my father died, I took his place on board. How are you, Mickey? How's Linda and...
All right. Look, I'll.
Try and see that.
Look, why don't we have a drink together sometime? What's wrong?
Look, it's the other lads. The
Pardon?
You standing there talking to me. You're a boss. You see, we're not supposed to.
For God's sake, we can have a conversation, can't we? I mean, we both work in the same place, don't we? Don't we?
Yeah, we both work in the same place, but you own the place, Mr. Lyons.
Mickey, there are other jobs you could do here. Better jobs. It could be arranged. I could...
Listen, this job stinks, right? It stinks. But it's my job. I got this job. And it might be the worst bleeding job in the place, but it's mine. It wasn't given it. Now, if you don't mind, I'll get on with it. It's all right, Mr. Lyons.
Okay, so Act 5, Scene 2. Linda enters. She addresses the audience as though it were an official person at the housing department.
See, we've been living with his mother for 5 years now. Yeah, I know, but we've applied. But I thought we'd moved by now. We don't want a flat. We want a house. Well, couldn't I see someone else? Couldn't I see who's in charge? The chairman of the house. I know he's a very busy man, but what do you think I am? Do you think I'm busy? Do you think I get stick side of the desk talking to people and all of a sudden, well, listen. Well, I want to see the chairman of the housing committee, and until I do, I'm not moving from this office.
He's determinedly sits on the floor and prepares for a long wait. Eddie entering from the office carrying a sheaf of papers.
Now look, I'm afraid this won't get us anywhere. You've got to realise, madam, that Linda,
Oh, are you the chairman?
you look very funny sitting there, you know. Don't you think you'd better come into my office? Now, what's the problem? Now, where's the problem? You can move in next week.
Eddie, thanks. Eddie, we've been trying to move for 5 years. You fix it up in 5 minutes.
Exactly. You should have asked me earlier.
I didn't even know you were living around here. Nicky never said he'd met you.
No, he feels... I don't think, by the way, that you'd better mention this to Mickey.
Eddie, I don't know what we'd do without you.
It's nothing. What's a phone call? Please, stop thanking me.
Alright, thanks. There I go again. Well, I better go. The kids will be home from school and some smashing to talk to Eddie.
Then why don't we do it again?
Pardon?
Talk, meet, for lunch perhaps.
Oh no, Eddie, I don't think...
Linda, I'm not suggesting anything more. I know that you're married to Mickey, and I'm not suggesting... But would there be any harm in us occasionally meeting, talking? Come to lunch next week.
Eddie, I don't know. I mean...
Oh, for God's sake, Linda, where's your sense of adventure gone? Go on, say yes. You might enjoy yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, Eddie.
Eddie exits. Linda turns to the mirror, begins to get her makeup and hair together. So this is now the mother as narrator. Mia, could you read in?
Yeah,
There's a girl.
there's a girl inside the woman who's waiting to get free. She's washed a million dishes and always making tea. They think she's just a mother with nothing left inside, who swapped her dreams for drudgery the day she was a bride. But her dreams were not forgotten, just wrapped and packed away, in the hope that she could take them out and dust them off one day. There's a half-remembered song come to her lips again. There's a girl inside the woman and a mother she became.
Nicky enters and grabs her, threatening.
Just don't lie, Linda. Don't lie, right? Our Sammy saw you with him. Sammy saw you.
Alright. So Sammy saw me with Eddie. What do you think? He saw me coming out of the restaurant, for God's sake. That's not unfair. I've told you, Mickey.
Yeah.
I've just been out with him a few times.
I could kill you. What? Why did you go out with him?
Why? Why do you bloody well think? To get out of this place, to talk to someone apart from the kids, to just be treated like someone who matters. When do I ever see you these days, Mickey?
What am I supposed to do? Stay home from work and talk to you?
No. But what am I supposed to do? Just grow old?
Why has he done this to me?
He hasn't done anything to you, Mickey. It's not like that.
The bastard. I'll get him.
Get him? Get him for what? Are you thick? Don't you realise, Mickey? He's just about the only friend you've got.
Friend.
Friend? Yes, for Christ's sake, Mickey. How do you think you got your job? How do you think you escaped being one of those redundant?
What?
Eddie. Yes, Eddie arranged your job for you. Eddie made sure you weren't thrown out of the redundancies came. How do you think we got out of your mother's and into this house? Eddie arranged it. Eddie.
And I thought it was mine. I thought it was my job. My house and my wife.
Don't be stupid. Eddie had a position. He had arranged these things, so he did.
Have I got anything that he doesn't belong to Eddie?
Mickey, I've told you, we're just friends.
Friends. I'll give you friends. Yeah. You were my friend when you first pregnant. Does my son belong to Eddie as well?
You bastard. Mickey, where are you going?
I'm going to get out Sammy. And we're going to pay a visit to your friend.
Nicky.
Linda, frantic, eventually picks up the phone. Could we have Sophia as Linda, Carly as Mrs. Lyons? At 5 scene 3, Mrs. Lyons enters with the phone.
Eddie, can I please speak to Eddie? Eddie? Eddie who? I'm afraid there's no Eddie here. Edward, please let me speak to Edward. Oh no, I couldn't do that. You're one of those who want to tell him. I'm not coming after him, listen.
But the phone has been replaced. Mrs. Lyons exits.
Mickey was here, Linda, looking for our Sammy, but Sammy was out.
Ma'am, listen, he's going after Eddie.
Eddie who?
No, Eddie who's Mickey always used to knock around her with him. He's gone after him. Ma'am, he's going to do something. I'm terrified.
There's a full moon shining on a hole in the clay. A new black card dealt on the 13th day.
2 spoons in a cup and an itching knee. Oh Jesus, shine your light on me. Oh Jesus, shine your light on me.
Come in, come in. It's terrific to see you, Mickey. Sit down, sit down. Will you have a drink?
No, I've had loads.
Ah, well.
Can we have Jay as Eddie? Thank you.
I've been with our Sammy. Remember our Sammy?
Yes, of course. How is he?
How is he? He's okay. He was going to come up with me, but he couldn't. He's working tonight.
Ah, really? What does he do?
He robs. Like you do.
Pardon?
You robbed my missus.
Mickey, what's going on?
Oh, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what's going on.
Could you put the gun?
Our Sammy lent me this. It's a real thing, you know. He's moved for my air pistols. No, why I borrowed this, Eddie?
Mickey, I think...
Don't you move. Everything I thought was mine is yours. It's anything in my life that isn't controlled by you, Eddie.
Mickey, all I've tried to do is help. Linda and I, we are not... I just took her out occasionally. Tried to cheer her up.
Thanks. Thanks. You do everything to me, don't you, Eddie? Well, thanks. You've got the power and the control and all these things from me. Well, why don't I have the power? Any control?
Look.
No, you look. Because I've got the power now. This says I have. Move over there. Now move over there. Now move over there. And there. And put your hands up.
Don't you think you should put that thing away, Mickey?
Don't move! How does it feel, Eddie? You're not in control now, are you? I am. I thought my job was mine. But it's not. You fixed it up. My house is not mine. You did it. My wife. Even Linda's not mine. My son. Does he belong to you as well?
Mickey!
I should shoot you, Eddie. Do you know that? I should shoot you. But I know I won't. Because even with this, even holding this to your head, I'm still not in control of anything, am I? I don't have any power. Do I?
I don't know, Mickey.
Don't you? I do. It's not even a real gun, Eddie. It's a model. A fake. You couldn't shoot nothing with it.
He holds it out as if to fire at Eddie.
Look.
The mother bursts into the scene. She screams at Mickey.
Mickey, don't kill him.
It's alright. Look, it's just a...
Mickey, don't. He's your brother. Yes, you were twins.
The two of them looking at her. Mrs. Lyons enters with a gun.
You told them. I knew you would. You're a witch. But you see, it didn't come true. I'll still have Edward.
She goes to shoot Mickey. Eddie screams, "Mother," as he runs in front of Mickey. Eddie is shot. Mrs. Lyons pauses for a moment before turning the gun on Mickey. They are both dead. Cole?
So did you ever hear the tale of the Johnston twins? As like each other as 2 new pins. How one was kept, one given away. They were born and they died on the self-same day.
That's terrible. I can see why they didn't put that in a musical.
Yeah,